show. This is Rebootleggers. Scott Owen and Frank Sarah. This is the first time I've said Frank's last name on the air, and now everyone knows who he is. Frank Shackelford.
Yeah, now they can all find me.
Shackelford.
Sha.
But the lucky thing is that your last name has an irregular spelling that no one will guess.
That is correct. I am the cousin of Michael Sarah, so it's not spelled that way, though.
But there's also, like, the lady's name Sarah that people often think.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there are ladies named
not that
Sarah.
either. Or is it?
Might be. Yeah. What are you doing? You're making it easier for them to find you.
They're never going to find me.
Did you just take a drink of something?
I'm sorry. I know we're not allowed to drink. I know that was one of your rules.
We're rebootleggers. No, I was fine with it. I was just curious why you got really quiet. Are you doing it again?
No. No. I promise. I'll be good.
I actually don't care.
No, it's okay. I can...
Just don't make...
I'm getting some very rageful comments in the Skype chat. I'll be good.
Don't make those child gulping sounds. You know how every child drinks their juice? It's like, you really liking that juice, buddy? All right, well, after the rousing success of ALF, Aliens,
A.L.F.
Astronomy and Love of Felines, :
I think we dropped the colon, or did we add colon reloaded?
I think we dropped the subtitle, but left the colon.
Yeah,
So
I think we kept the colon.
It's just ALF : and then nothing else.
Yeah. Well, so then every episode is ALF : episode 1, episode 2.
One episode is called Oscopy. That was a really bad joke.
Yeah. But so, I sent a summary of our idea for the pilot. I got a cousin that works in the television business. He read it. He said he would totally watch it.
How does he work in the television business?
He's a janitor at Universal Studios.
Oh, well, that's a step.
Yeah, the theme park.
That's a step above where I thought he was going to be like. He works in the college AV club or something.
No. I mean, he does work in the television vertical, I guess.
Yeah, he's right there in that column. That's big news.
I mean, janitors have an important job.
Yeah, we need them. We should reboot a show about janitors. But that'll be for another day, because today we're rebooting the classic, not even a cult classic, it's a for real classic. It's called Short Circuit. Ever heard of it?
I have.
It's a movie from the 80s. I'm going to have to pull up that Wikipedia summary page. I've seen it about 1 billion times.
There's a guy named Five, or Number 5 in it.
He is a robot named Number 5.
Yep. And I know that he is not dead because he declares that he is alive.
Number 5 is alive.
Number 5 is alive. That is the premise of the film. So let me just break it down for you, Frank. There's it's like they're basically Lockheed Martin, and they create these robots for the government to use as like military dudes. They make 5 of them. And the robots they look like Wall-E, but taller. They look like tall Wall-E, which is another movie I would totally see. Tall Wall-E. And,
Tall Wall-E.
So they basically look like Wall-E, only they've got like a single laser gun mounted on their shoulder. And so the movie starts with like, it's just like a military demonstration. These robots roll up and like blow up tanks and stuff. And then they all get put away, and then this lightning storm happens, and it shocks one of the robots, and he is like activated and wakes up, and he wanders off, and he starts reading things, and he shows up in this lady's house. Her name is Stephanie, and they become friends, and he declares that he is alive, and he reads all her books very fast because he is a robot.
And robots can just read books very fast, yes.
And he spends all night watching TV. Or no, he just kind of like channel surfs through every channel pretty instantly and absorbs everything from TV, which is how he gains a personality. And so then after that, 90% of the things he says are like references and the government then wants him back. They go find a man named Newton Crosby, PhD, who is the engineer who programmed all the robots, and he is played by American treasure Steve Guttenberg, who you may or may not know.
The Bible guy?
You may or may not know him from the classic It Takes Two, starring the Olsen twins.
I do not.
Maybe you've seen him in another movie that I can think of that he's in. Huh?
You could have just told me that he was in Police Academy.
Oh, right. He's the guy from Police Academy. Yeah.
I did have to go to the internet for that one.
So anyway, so they're trying to protect him from the government. Steve Guttenberg talks to him, determines, oh my gosh, he actually is alive. The government shows up. They're on the run, and then number 5 makes a break for it. They send an Apache helicopter after him, and it explodes him. And it's very sad. And then as they're driving home in the truck full of spare parts, he pops out and reveals that he actually made a duplicate of himself out of other spare parts and just sent it to run away so that when it blew up, they would all think he's dead. And then at the end of the movie, he declares that number 5 is a stupid name, and his new name is Johnny 5.
A much less stupid name.
Much not, yeah. I mean...
A much smarter.
Yeah.
Because Number is a stupid first name. You can't, like, hello, my name is Number.
Right.
And then they'll be like, Number what?
Number what? That's correct. Ali Sheedy is the other lead. You may remember her as the weird girl from The Breakfast Club.
Wow. What a pool.
You may not, but you may. So yeah, so that's what we got.
I choose to.
We've got Robot Friend.
Robot Friend Man. So this sounds pretty, like, gritty.
Give me your
He's
feelings.
tearing pieces of himself up. Is this what's happening?
No, you don't see him do it. He doesn't tear himself up.
There's a privacy curtain?
No, so he's like, they have him in the back of a truck. And the government's like, send out, give us the robot. And they're like, we're not gonna. And then all of a sudden the truck, it's like a shipping truck, not like a flatbed. And so then the back of the truck suddenly like rolls up the back door and he just like flies out of it. And he's got like tank treads, like Wally, and he's just like booking it. And then they catch him and explode him. So you don't see it, but the back of the truck is like, it's like the engineer guy's truck of like robot spare parts. And so, and then at the end of the movie, they're driving home in that truck and he pops out and he's like, hey! And then they're like, oh, you made a duplicate of yourself. And that duplicate died, but it wasn't alive anyway, I guess.
Oh, it didn't have free will.
It wasn't struck by lightning.
It was a slave. Okay.
At one point in the movie, they send numbers 1, 2, and 3 after number 5, and they shoot at him a little, and then he ends up, he basically he Home Alones them a little bit. For some reason, he won't use his laser. He refuses to use his laser.
It's pretty deadly.
And so he ends up reprogramming all the other robots and turning them into the Three Stooges.
Interesting.
He loves the Three Stooges.
So this picture is zany. Is zany the word?
Pretty zany.
Pretty zany. So some classic 80s hootenannies.
Which picture?
The picture of the robot.
Oh, I thought you were saying like this picture, like you're a 1930s film executive.
The film.
Yeah.
The film was zany.
Yeah. Do you have a picture of number 5 pulled up?
I do not. I'm using my mind canvas. So he's a pretty kooky contraption.
Oh, quite kooky.
And he just runs around and he gets into shenanigans.
That's correct.
So
yeah, what give me your gut feelings. What do you feel?
So what are we gonna do with this? We got zany kooky robot men, and we got a government facility. That's always a great antagonist. We'll probably keep that element. I feel like in our version, number 5 should use his laser almost exclusively for everything. Like making toast or like warming a baby's crib.
Oh, dangerous.
Oh, it's very practiced. He's a robot. He can do calculations. I don't feel like. Do you think modern audiences? Yeah, those. Do you think they like zany anymore? I feel like the American culture has kind of grown out of joy and wanting to have fun, and they just want to see like sad people get crushed and like bleak gray things.
That is the thing that happens lately. Everybody loves sad things. What if we just take it out of the government sector and we move it into public high school? Wait, we already did that. Damn it. We can't have 2 high school reboots in a row.
Not without a crossover.
Johnny shows up. Number Johnny 5 shows up at the Alf Institute.
I think we can make this work. So, ALF : Season 2.
Short-circuited.
Short-circuited.
Nova is the name of... So they're not actually government. They're like government contractors. So they're basically Lockheed Martin, but their organization is called Nova.
Oh, okay.
The bad guy is the obligatory, very angry, loud general who wants to buy the robots.
So, TV could work. TV seems like the easy way to go, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we could explore the free will themes a little bit more.
And
a
little bit of a Westworld.
Sure. To be copyright infringing. Maybe we don't use that word Westworld.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe we pretty much just do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's some kind of interactive experience, maybe. Maybe it's a VR game.
Here's the other thing we'll avoid. The other thing we'll avoid is casting a white man to play an Indian man with a stereotype racist accent, because that is a thing that happened as well in that movie. Yeah, we've got a. It's a little bit racist. There's a white man playing an Indian guy with just the most racist accent.
Yeah, we'll avoid that. So I'm thinking an immersive choose-your-own-adventure book.
Ooh.
Maybe it's digitized in some form. I want to explore the free will aspect, where the consumer, the viewer, the reader...
They are number 5?
They are number 5, and they've recently discovered that they have free will.
Oh.
But I want, no matter which choices they make, the end to be bad and sad.
Okay.
And for their choices to not have mattered. Because this is much more like real life, I think.
So is it a TV show? Is it like every episode we have is it a live show? And we have people,
are we tweeting votes?
We have people text or tweet their votes as to what should happen next.
I could get into that.
And it's a live show, so they don't actually, it's not like pre-recorded scenes.
Yeah, all the actors just pause and wait and look at the camera until the votes come in.
Instead of them just staring at the camera, you could also just cut to commercial.
Oh, cut to commercial. Really monetize the sector.
Monetize the hell out of it. And those commercial blocks are where we'll push Alf :
Oh, yeah, really get the cross marketing. I think that's what it's called. I didn't go to business school. I also lied about that on my resume.
Does that mean this is also an NBCW show? Are every single one of our shows for our new made-up network the NBCW?
I feel like it's going to turn into... So right now it's just TV shows, but I feel like we could expand into books, cell phone games...
Visual novels. Cell phone games.
Visual novels.
Let's bring back the genre of cell phone games.
Yeah, you have to go buy a phone with a physical touchpad.
Yes, you got to go get like a flip phone. We're bringing Snake back.
Maybe you are Johnny 5, but you have to play it on a Motorola Razr V2.
Here's the thing: you have to. Or just the only votes that we can tally are ones that are sent from Motorola Razr V2.
Oh, okay, yeah. So everyone can vote. They think they're voting. But the only ones that matter are flip phone grandmas.
Yes, exactly. The only votes that we're actually taking into account are the people who are still stubbornly clinging to the past.
People that don't have online.
All right, so let's give me the scenario. We've got our medium. What is this show about, though, Frank?
Yeah. So that's going to be tough. Is serializing this 2-hour adventure? I'm sorry, according to Wikipedia, 90-minute adventure.
Yeah, I mean, how dare you? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But you say that like it's a problem, and yet we've got TV shows now based on Lethal Weapon and Limitless, although Limitless got canceled. And I think we've got at least a couple others.
That's true. This is a long line of 3 and now 4 TV shows from movies.
What's the 4th one?
Hours.
What's the third one?
Um,
I only said 2.
they made a TV show out of the movie Teen Wolf.
Oh, they did that, and we've also got Westworld.
It was on MTV.
Westworld is also a TV show based on a movie.
Yeah, I went into that totally cold and managed to pull Teen Wolf, and I'm
really proud of you. I'm really proud of you for doing that. Is Teen Wolf still going? Teen Wolf got like several seasons too, right?
Which is just proof that this is going to be fine.
This is doable.
Because what was Teen Wolf about?
It was about Michael J. Fox and the white man's fear of black people.
And adolescence.
Also adolescence.
So anyway.
All right. So, what are we thinking? I mean, obviously we need attractive, sexy people in this show.
I feel like we need to spruce up Johnny as well. I'm thinking that we make him an android man indistinguishable from
You just want to get
Adonis.
you just want to bring in like Liam Hemsworth and just have him be just you want some beefcakes.
I want oiled beef men.
Oh god.
To be Johnny 5.
Every episode there's a different beef man playing him.
Yeah, because Johnny 5 jumps bodies the way that we jump clothes.
Every time he almost gets caught, we catch it on that Doctor Who shit. Every episode he gets caught and blown up, but right before then he jumps his programming into another body. And so every single episode is featuring another new kid has come to school.
Yes. And it's got to be like barely trained actors. This has to be so painfully
I don't know why
like live improv.
I don't know why I'm still assuming this has to be in a high school, but
no, I kind of like it. Here's the thing. This entire time I've been picturing high school. I feel like we just got to go with it.
Yeah, I mean that's my gut. My gut says high school, so I guess we're going with
Hollywood is not new to 30-year-old men playing high schoolers.
So here's what we do. Very first episode, original Johnny 5 puppet robot.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody acts like they don't notice he's a robot.
Oh yeah, easily.
They just act like he's a weird kid, but they never draw attention to the fact that he's very clearly like made of pipes and tank treads and has a big shopping cart wheel on the back.
They all just think he's like the geeky kid.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of ambiguous. Like maybe they know he's a robot and don't care, but they don't. They definitely don't ever say anything.
Right. And then something happens where he is exposed, and just before his body is destroyed, or maybe he just at the end of the first episode he realizes like this body ain't gonna work, and then we cut to beefy man face.
Beef man.
Beef man.
He asks the girl out,
and she says,
"You're gross."
And
you're a gross oil robot.
She says, "What are you gonna pick me?"
She doesn't say robot.
What are you gonna pick me up in? You?
No, because they can't know the robot. She says, like, you're an oily weirdo, and you're not sure if it's like oily like in the face with acne or oily like robot grease.
Yeah.
She doesn't explain. She just says like you're an oily weirdo. And you don't even have what's our sponsor going to be for this? Like Ford. You don't even have a Ford Taurus to pick me up. Okay.
Or a Ford Taurus. I don't care.
Well, we can do the truck market. The truck market has a little more money in it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have a nice enough Ford F-150 with all new anti-lock suspension king
suspension
to pick
king?
me up in. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A thing that he does a couple times in the original movie is he steals a car, but because of how he is, he has to take the seat out. And so he gets in, somehow he gets in and then throws the seat out, and then he drives away.
Little Hollywood make-believe on that one.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense how he gets in first if the seat's still there, but you know what? We've established in the movie that he can drive cars. So in the show, he can drive cars.
He asks out the popular girl, and the popular girl says something ambiguous and slightly robotic, like you're gross and oily, and I can't hug your cold dead body.
He asks out the popular girl, but of course, his best friend, who is a girl, is there, and he doesn't even see what's right in front of him.
Away his cold metallic pincers.
Yeah, he's got fingers. 3 fingers.
Okay. So like a Ninja Turtle hand situation.
Well, I mean, they're basically pincers.
Okay. So his best friend, it's always something like unambiguous. It's like his best friend, like Gracie.
Gracie. Come on, she can't be Gwen Stacy. What's wrong with you?
That's not where okay.
Is it not? You're gonna
That
tell
is
me you
right.
didn't take Gracie from Gwen Stacy?
It was an episode of Community.
It is?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's Gwenifer. I like Gwenifer!
Gwenifer. She could be Gwenifer.
Okay, so his best friend Gwenifer aches for the touch of his cold steel clamps.
God.
But obviously goes unnoticed until like much later
He wants
in
the
the
clamps.
series. Well, I guess we can't even make that decision. That's the viewer's decision.
Mm-hmm.
So the only fixture...
Oh, that's right. That's
think
right. That's
pilot-
right. I forgot. Oh, and then the viewers have to vote on which new beefcake body he gets, obviously.
Yes, that's it. And they can vote, if they vote by an overwhelming majority to keep the old beefcake, that dude gets another week of pay.
Oh my gosh. So they gotta, like, do their absolute best to make this
it's a
happen.
bit of a reality element because these people are desperate for money.
And these people think that this is actually real life. They think that this is their high school.
Yeah, we keep them... Is MK Ultra still around?
No?
Regardless,
We could Truman show it.
we Truman Show. We make them believe that this is real life. I don't know what we tell the beefcakes.
Oh, because the beefcakes are still actors?
Maybe the beefcakes know. They're the only ones that know that they have no free will.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right,
And the audience knows, but they don't care. They're just voting.
So none of the cast but the beefcakes know that they're actors.
Yes.
So everything's hidden camera filmed.
We do need Gwenifer to be in love with the same soul of a man, while the beefcake husks shift week to week.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How can
All
we
right,
force Gwenifer to love a different man every week?
Let's try to clean this up a little bit. So the pilot, I think, has to have a little bit of zero voting at all.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, people have to know what the show's about before they can vote.
The pilot,
right?
the only vote is which beefcake.
Yes.
So number 5 goes down into his basement, and there are many
Like
beefcakes in tanks with very small shorts on.
Yeah. No, I think we can get them fully nude.
Well, but then we just show them from waist up.
Yeah.
Strategic
but we've
positioning
got
of lamps and whatnot.
It's about the atmosphere.
Or are they all smooth like Ken?
No, I feel like they gotta have tackle. Because if everyone knows they're smooth like Ken, then we know that Gwenifer's love is for naught.
Well, some people might be into making Gwenifer suffer. But okay. Alright, so number 5 goes into his basement and he goes...
Rows of nude men.
Rows upon rows of just...
Cannot stress this enough. We don't see it on screen. This is TV PG-13 or whatever.
Beefy dudes.
But it's about the atmosphere.
Just beefy
there
boys.
Definitely be junk down there. They just can't see it, but the way everyone behaves, the lingering gazes of Johnny Five, they know that there's junk.
Yeah, Johnny Five, the first one he inspects, he looks up at the head, and then he definitely like slowly pans down, and he lingers at the waist area.
And you know what? In most parts of Europe, we can probably get that just fully unedited.
Yeah, or we just pitch hard for HBO.
Oh, that would work.
We get HBO to buy...
HBO is probably going to say no, but I bet Stars would take us.
We get HBO to buy the NBCW.
Yeah, that would work.
All right.
So anyway, Johnny Five approaches the bank of nude men.
The nude boy bank.
The nude boy bank.
The beef boy bank.
Then the robot chassis of Johnny Five rotates to face directly at the camera.
Yeah, and he says,
"Who
will I be?"
Yeah, do the voice.
He's like, number 5 needs body. I don't know.
It's like number 5 needs.
Number 5 will be, and then it freeze frames. To decide who number 5 will be, text blah blah blah.
Yeah, and we have, I guess we have 3 probably options in the first, in the pilot.
And then what we could do, so we could cut to commercial, or we just cut to another scene, and at the bottom of the screen, or maybe we can somehow get this displayed during the commercials. At the bottom of the screen is like a poll meter that shows which body is getting the most votes.
Oh yes, like live.
Mm-hmm.
This is
going to revolutionize TV.
Yeah.
We're inventing a whole new genre.
Yeah, no one's ever voted for anything on television before.
Well, not live. What do we call this genre?
I think we call it choice programming.
The Teen Choice. Nope.
The Nickelodeon. Nope.
Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Awards. That's it.
I think we just call it the Kids' Choice. Oh no, hold on. I think we call it the People's Choice. No.
Why are all the choices taken?
I think we call it the Teen Decision. Television.
Child preference.
Teen
adolescent preference.
Adolescent preference
programming.
TV. APTV.
APTV. That's pretty good. Adolescent preference television. Yeah.
All right. This new APTV series.
APTV brought to you by the NBCW.
But yeah, APTV is the genre. NBCW is the channel.
I just want to stress it's a soft G. It's a genre, not a genre.
No. We're gonna move past that.
It's not John Voight's genre.
Well, first of all, who are you to say?
I mean, someone who knows the English language, but that's fair. You know, any word can mean anything. Any word can pronounce.
Any word can mean any sproink.
I mean, we've got GIFs instead of GIFs, so there's clearly no God.
No, there isn't.
Okay. APTV brought to you by the NBCW.
Mm-hmm. So, we got Johnny 5 choosing hunks. That's an established... I would say, probably at the beginning of each episode is when Johnny 5 goes back to his chamber to choose a new hunk. Then I like the idea of cutting kind of a camera B situation where while Johnny 5 is choosing hunk...
Well, so here's the thing. Here's what I think has to happen, because I don't think every episode he just rolls up into his basement. Like, he's got to have a reason why he's constantly changing. Like, his bodies are getting mangled. And so every time his body dies, his Wi-Fi connection shoots his programming back to his lab. Or he's just constantly backing himself up to his basement so that once he dies, his basement shoots his backup into a new body so that he still has all his memories and stuff.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so at the end of every episode, the current hunk body of Johnny 5 is going to get
hotties
mangled. Yes, hottie.
HODY. The hotties.
HODY. So it's gonna get grisly. Something's gonna happen to it that's gross.
Mm-hmm. Terminator.
Yeah, he's gonna melt in lava. He's gonna get stung by like a lot of scorpions.
His face is gonna peel off at some point.
Yeah. Someone's gonna throw acid in his face. Maybe Gwennifer finally can't take it anymore.
Oh, Gwennifer. But again,
just murders him.
This is all based on audience votes. We have no idea what's going to happen.
We have no control.
We give them the situation.
In a way, we have full control because we are the ones that are making the choices.
That's true. We're the only ones with the Motorola Razr V2s.
Mm-hmm. Well, we also present the audience with the choices we want them to choose.
That is correct.
So if there's something that we really, really want to happen, we can make them vote on, and there's only one option.
Mm.
And we can just kind of go fooled you. You thought you had choice, but you don't.
What is control? Life? What is
You're the
self?
robots. We're not the robot. You're the robots.
You're the robots, man.
That's like the end. That's like when we show society a mirror of them and they don't like what they see.
We activate the hidden cameras that we've placed in everyone's TV right at the end, and the hidden cameras display them watching the show.
Yeah.
And everyone freaks out.
with like one of those hate filters that like Photoshop has.
And we get arrested for gross invasion of privacy.
Yeah, we activate every flip phone camera remotely to watch the show and gauge.
Oh, we Batman the Dark Knight this, huh?
Yes. Although we might have to get permission from WB.
As long as we don't say what we're doing, as long as we get Morgan Freeman on board.
Yeah, I feel like that no matter what, I won't be able to stop looking directly into the camera and saying, we are WB's Batman the Dark Knighting you.
Yeah. Here's the other thing, though.
Like, that's what's gonna happen.
Here's the other thing. We need at least one big-ish name actor.
Now, earlier there was mention of Liam Hemsworth, one of the Hemsworth brothers.
That's true. Should we just get him as the first beef boy?
I feel like pretty easy to convince, just like we need an attractive, oily beef man.
You're going to be shiny a lot.
You're a beef man, but we need you to play a beef boy, and you have the soft features of a beef boy that I want.
Okay. That works.
He's the first body of Johnny 5, so no matter who the audience is voting for, we show the Liam Hemsworth bar continue to grow until it wins.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Let's just do that for every single vote.
Yeah.
So otherwise, rating is going to get very hard, and I don't want it to be hard.
Okay.
So no matter what is happening, the voting bars will very, very quickly show the choice we want to win, and we've in fact already written and shot the show in its entirety.
Right. We've been like subliminally pointing them towards the choice that we want.
Yeah, this turns into kind of an art house experiment with perceptions of choice and free will.
Mm-hmm.
We probably like win a prize.
And we will. There will be one episode where Johnny 5 chooses a lady body.
Yeah, it's going to get weird.
Gwennifer's going to be very conflicted.
Gwennifer is going to see the soul of Johnny 5 in a lady, and she's not going to know how to process that.
Gwennifer is going to learn a lot of things about herself.
Yeah, that she doesn't like ladies is probably the first one.
Or maybe she does like ladies, or maybe she only thinks she likes ladies, but what she really likes is the soul of a man in a lady.
And then in the finale, he's back in a robot body, and she's just macking on it.
He's just in like a toaster.
Yes. Oh, he just jumps up. He can start.
Oh my
like,
gosh,
like
we just opened everything.
virus.
He can jump into anything now.
Have you ever seen the Disney Channel original movie Smart House?
You know I haven't.
So, in the Disney Channel original movie Smart House, there is an AI named Sarah who controls everything in the house, every appliance, the lights in the kitchen, the garbage disposal. She goes psycho because that's what happens in movies.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Johnny 5 can begin to grow and network himself.
Oh,
and so he becomes able to occupy multiple hunks.
Monks.
So then we...
You know, multiple hunks, you monks.
Yeah, but with an H.
Yeah, MHUNKS.
Yes. Multiple monks.
Monks.
And so we get into these
monks.
we get into these like threads that break out, right? So there are it becomes to the point that it's very, very hard for humans to follow.
Oh my god.
There's 78 concurrent plot lines that all only run for like 3 seconds before
here's
switching
how
to
we
the
do
next
it.
one.
No. We release this exclusively on consoles with console input or anything that allows us with an input. I guess satellite TV remotes could probably do it too. So
anything with 78 buttons.
The show becomes broadcast almost like a picture-in-picture, but it's just like you've got this array of like tiny screens on your TV, and you can just jump around and choose which one you want to be the full screen one, and that's the scene you're following.
Yes.
It's like a multiverse timeline situation.
And they begin so Johnny 5 is the only one that has 78 copies of himself.
Yeah. You're just
the other humans are interacting between plot lines, running into other hunks who also call themselves mahunks. I'm sorry, mahunks. That also call themselves Johnny.
Yeah, it's a school, and everybody's just like, wow, we got a lot of
Johnny.
Johnnies at this school.
Yeah, like a lot. and they all agree on almost everything. And they none of them eat lunch, and they just drink.
Well, let's be real. I feel like Johnny fakes it
Real?
enough. I feel like Johnny fakes the lunch eating.
Yeah, so he has like a bottle of Gatorade, and then somebody's like, "Hey, Johnny, can I borrow your Gatorade, man?" And then he takes a swig, and it's antifreeze, and he has to go to the hospital.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And then that's one of the 78 Johnnies gets found out. There's a witch hunt. The students, Mangle.
No.
The students strike him
They call
about
Johnny's
the
father,
face and neck.
who is also a Johnny.
Yes, played by one of the other Hemsworth brothers, probably.
Obviously, Chris Hemsworth.
Obviously, now that you said that name is real. That is a person.
That's Thor.
I thought that was Kevin.
Nope. Kevin Hemsworth is not a person.
I
There's Liam, Luke, and Chris. Luke is the new one who nobody knew about who showed up in Westworld, which I'm pretty sure he's just a manufactured boy.
Oh. So there's no Kevin.
No Kevin Hemsworth.
There's no Kevin Hemsworth. I feel like we can make one.
We could make a Kevin. We could find a beefy boy named Kevin, I'm sure.
Yeah, I feel like we can find a really beefy boy named Kevin.
A real
and
mum hunk.
make him our beef boy.
Yeah, we'll make him our...
That sounds sinister. Make him my beef.
Nope. Nope. Moving on. I think this is a show. What do we call it? Long Circuit.
I think it's Your Choices Matter. The show, the decision-based free will art.
Adolescent preference circuit.
Adolescent preference. Teens decide what happens in this show. I gotta shorten it.
Teens decide what happens in this show. TDWHIS.
When you vote, the choice that you voted for...
Nope, too long.
Hold on. I can do this. Teen Decision 2016.
Too long. I mean, I'm also hoping that this show runs longer than just the last month of 2016.
I got it. Teens.
That's good. Short Circuit Teens.
No. Teens.
We just call it Teens.
Just called Teens.
But in the Short Circuit original font.
Yes.
All right, Short Circuit is... We're now calling...
No.
It's a show called Teens.
An advanced reality voting live show that we know is not that. It's called...
Advanced reality voting live show.
That we know it isn't.
Arvels. Teen Advanced Reality TAR. We call it TAR.
I think I like... what about just an exclamation point?
No, that's pretty good. Frank, how about this?
We gotta really reach the millennial crowd.
Can you somehow turn Short Circuit into an acronym about a show where you teens vote?
Can I turn teens? Sure.
So, you understand how acronyms work, correct?
No.
Acronym, not an anagram.
Oh, an acronym?
So the
that's not me. That's not my style.
The S would stand for super.
Would you want to do like 17 words?
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, if we're buckling in for this, I feel like it's got to be like super hot original retail.
Oh boy.
Teenagers. Can I really cut and that is the U in Circuit. Can I really cut it Tobias?
I love this.
And that's just the full spelled out name.
Yep, that is perfect. Super hot original retail teenagers. Can I really cut Tobias? It Tobias?
Can I really cut it Tobias?
All right. That's the show.
And Tobias is Johnny Five's other best friend, and him and Gwennifer end up together no matter what the vote says.
Oh gosh, that's going to make a lot of angry voters.
Yeah, it's going to generate a lot of steam and heat. You need to get that heat.
You do need steam. Well, heat makes steam.
Heat makes the steam. That's what Grandpa always said.
Mm-hmm.
24/7.
That's pretty good. I feel like maybe we could come up with a better one than it. Can I really cut? No, it's probably best.
And we can, as a backup, so we always gotta have backups for the network.
Naturally.
I feel like it can just be teens! Exclamation point.
Yes. What about this? Super hot original retail teenagers. Can I really cut it, Tobias? : teens! Exclamation point.
Yes. Because if there's no exclamation point, you don't know that it's a live show.
Yes, exclamation point absolutely communicates live show. The theater.
Like American Idol! Exclamation point.
Yes, everyone. I mean, America's Got Talent! Exclamation point. The Voice! Exclamation point.
The-
All of
yes.
these shows have exclamation points because otherwise, no one would. I mean, it's a legal requirement.
Fox News at 11!
Exclamation point. It is a legal requirement to use the exclamation point to communicate live.
Yes.
Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade! Exclamation point.
Live.
Dick Clark presents New Year's Eve! Exclamation point.
So do we say teens! Exclamation point : live?
No, that's what the exclamation point is for.
We're covered.
We are covered. I love this. We've done it. We've done it again. We're 2 for 2 on golden gems.
So we got a nice basis, but what is the show about?
Whatever the audience wants.
Whatever the audience wants, but in reality, it's what we want.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically going to be like a One Tree Hill Everwood situation where it's just like high school problems that aren't real. High school problems that aren't real people problems, but they're high school problems.
78 concurrent high school problems.
Yep. That's the other.
So there's love dodecahedrons.
Super hot original retail teenagers. Can I really cut it? Tobias : teens! Exclamation point dash high school problems.
High school problems. But it's actually 78.
78 high school problems.
Well, no, we still call it high school problems.
High school problems times 78.
Yeah, like X78.
Yeah, X78.
X78.
X78 is the shorthand. Did you guys check out X78 last night?
Yes. That's what, like, the internet, like, teen AOL live chat rooms, we'll call it.
Yeah, the forums, the wikis, all
the
X78.
hot teen chat rooms.
The hot, and also the regular teen chat rooms.
Yeah.
Where all the regular teens talk. The homely teen chat rooms as well.
Yeah, you gotta get those uggos. They're the ones that are gonna consume
we can't say
all
uggos.
78 plot lines.
We can't say uggos.
I did.
I mean, sure. All teens.
I want all the teens
This is
to watch this show.
This is a show for all teens, regardless of bone structure.
Or like facial symmetry.
Yeah, that falls under bone structure.
Or like general attractiveness.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone knows that the uggos are gonna watch it the most.
Yeah, I'm glad this isn't a real show. I'd feel real bad about our main fan base getting called uggos.
I mean, I think they know.
All right. Well, on that note, I think that we should call it. This is a great show.
This is a very good show.
We have nailed it. So, everybody check your listings. Watch out for the new show from the NBCW. Super hot original retail teenagers. Can I really cut it? Tobias : teens! Exclamation point dash high school problems times 78.
Times 78.
I love it. So until next week, tell all your friends, like and subscribe.
Rate, please.
Rate, please.
Tweet dollars at me if you have any.
I'm Scott Owen.
I'm Frank Sarah.
Frank, what's our password for next week?
Our password for next week is, can I have that tasty ham?
And the countersign is, hell no. That's the countersign.
That's the countersign.
Awesome.